They didn't know it then, but this moment began decades ago. The evening light poured through the windows, soft and golden, as the city outside slowly prepared for night. Inside a modest apartment, James and Anita, a mixed-race couple in their 30s, sat snuggled close together on the couch, their fingers intertwined, sharing a silence that felt secure and safe. They met by accident, two people in the right place at the wrong time, or maybe the other way around. A borrowed charger, a shared laugh. What started as a small moment turned into something special.
For a long time, they believed love was something you solved, something you figured out once. They truly believed that if you found the right person, everything else would fall into place.
But the truth is, love is messy. It is not perfect. And yes, it can be hard work.
They remembered the early days easily, the laughter that came without effort, the long conversations that stretched past midnight, the feeling that they had finally arrived somewhere permanent. Their love felt so certain back then, but certainty has a way of softening and then cracking around the edges.
We've had our fair share of fights, disagreements, and misunderstandings.
But we've learned that it's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to work through the tough times together.
Life doesn't change all at once. It changes slowly and quietly. Not everything has to be fixed. Some things can just be enjoyed. Dishes left in the sink overnight, an event or reminder that never got written down, a bill that slipped past its due date. None of these things seemed important at first, but over time, the small things stacked up, and when they fell hard and loudly. Their voices rose, not because of anger, but because of exhaustion. Because each felt unseen in very different ways. James felt overwhelmed by work and the expectation Anita had of him. He didn't know how to meet everything. Anita felt tired from carrying an invisible weight of always remembering everything. They argued about cleaning, about money, about the effort. What they didn't argue about was love, because both of them still cared and loved each other deeply. And that was the hardest part. One long night after an argument, James sat alone at the kitchen table with his hand holding his head in deep thought. Papers were spread out in front of him. The room was quiet in a way that felt heavier than any noise. Anita stood in the doorway with a cup of hot coffee, unsure whether to step closer or stay where she was. This was the moment where distance or lack of could have made the situation worse.
I know that each step we take forward, no matter how small, can bring us closer and build a meaningful and strong connection.
It's not about getting everything right. It's about us as a couple learning and growing, heading in the same direction.
James took a long, deep breath. He didn't try to defend himself. He didn't try to explain everything away. He simply didn't want to argue anymore. He wanted to get back to the way things were in the very beginning.
We thought we had it all figured out. We really thought love was about finding that perfect person. Now, we know love is a journey, not a destination, and it's the progress we make together that truly matters.
So, let's focus on progress, not perfection. Let's grow together and take it one step at a time.
They stopped assuming and started asking. They sat at the table together, not to argue, but to plan, not to assign blame, but to share responsibility. Progress shows up in patience, in apologies, in the efforts that didn't need to be perfect, they just had to be real.
They didn't get here by accident. They got here by choosing each other, time after time, through the decades of changes, the uncertainty, and time itself. Love asked them for courage, not the kind that shouts, but the kind that keeps your heart open, even when it's easier to close it. The progress wasn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet little step forward. Sometimes it's just simply holding on. Now, older and wiser, they come full circle, where they started, still together, still smiling, still choosing love. It is about progress, growing and choosing each other again and again.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.